Welcome, everyone. Dr. Thor here, and get ready for Gnosis. Now, life is all about, as I've said many, many times, manifesting. You have to bring something that is needed or desired into physical manifestation so that you can access it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be physical in terms of an object, but something that can be accessed. It could be manifesting wisdom, it could be manifesting a certain healing energy, or whatever it may be. Generally, all these things add up to some physical payoff. If you're bringing in success energies, well, generally, that manifests into money. Even if you're learning a skill, how to play a guitar, well, most likely you're going to try and turn that into money or whatever. It's still going to come to that, down to some sort of physical manifestation of why you do it. Now, there's a great misunderstanding of what manifestation is and how these energies work. But manifesting is very much a science. It just hasn't been explained well. It's been blended with pseudoscience and blended with mysticism, which doesn't quite understand what these energies are. Now, we're always looking in life for manifesting tools, something that will help us manifest, which is critically important and pretty much a must. It's going to be very difficult to manifest anything unless you have some sort of tool to continually generate that energy around you, because it's an energy. Why are some people able to manifest? Why are some people very successful? Why do some people have great charisma, etc.? Why do you go to a place and you feel, well, this is a nice place, I like the energy. This is a bad place. Or you do that with people. I just don't like this guy. And you don't know that guy. You go to a place, you haven't been there long enough to understand if that's good or bad. You get the vibes from it. I get bad vibes from this, meaning vibrations or energies. So all of these energies are a physical reality. And if we would have spent the time actually developing tools or electronic type meters, we could actually have a meter that would tell you these kind of things. We do have semi-meters today. One of them is your consciousness, which unfortunately, depending on how you're feeling, you're tired, you're not, what's going on with you, well, that's the problem with using your own consciousness, is that you are making decisions based on this biophysical energetic situation at that time. Now, we use certain tools that will tell us different. These are things like pendulums, radionic type machines. But these, again, are user dependent to a large degree. Now, pendulums, you should be able to, once you become a master at it, or an expert or proficient, using terms like master is misinterpreted, you should be able to go into neutral, where your personal emotions, good or bad at that time, don't have a large effect on the outcome. Now, I'm able to do this all the time, and I surprise myself by the answers I get, because they are not what I was seeking. I'm getting completely different or opposite answers. This shows that you are doing your practices correctly, and that you're working from your middle ground, the golden mean. But it is an energy. People who are successful for many reasons, but the main thing is they're able to manifest or attract to them what they need. Breaks come to them. They have very good luck. And you can go through the actual people who are billionaires today, and you'll find out that every one of them are pretty damn lucky. They also may have ins or other things. There are certain connections to certain people, like Elon Musk, who hasn't had an important thought his entire life, who basically was pushed into that position from connections, and had little to do with him. He has a certain people's or every man's charisma that has gotten him by, but this is a guy that thinks that solar energy and electric cars are the genius new technology. So, but this is relatively rare. But even the steps that he makes are based on luck and influence and other things in other areas. But there, most people, if you go back, are not. And these millionaires and so forth, these billionaires, if you really look at them, are ignorant people. People like Bill Gates only has a high school education. He didn't graduate business school. He did go to Harvard, but he did not graduate. He went there for about a year and a half, I think, 2 years, whatever it may be. That's not a full college education. He had nothing to learn there. He wanted to be in business. Going to college is not going to teach you business. And the skills you learn there, accounting, business management, etc., well, that is pretty much worthless in the business. You can hire people to do your books and basic management. It's the decision making which is so critical. So manifesting has to do. So if you look at all that stuff, well, what is manifesting then? So, as I said, it's a combination of many things, which you have to create these manifesting fields, which can be created by lots of different tools and energies, particularly the ones that I create. That are out there. You get things like radionic rates for manifesting or success. You have certain things that have energy in them that are lucky. We all believe in this of lucky products, lucky things, four-leaf clovers, lucky coins. All of this stuff has that energy in it, or somebody has put it in it. Now, just putting the energy in there is, of course, the first step. Then you've got to access that energy and bring it into your energy field and change your energy field, which most likely is negative or neutral, into a positive drawing energy field for success. So how does manifesting work? Well, you take these manifesting positive energy fields. So this is, let's say, a ball of energy. And this ball of energy has specific manifesting energies in it. You take that ball of energy and then you place it on you. And that ball of energy now is creating this, as I use the term, which is not really the best descriptive of it, but still people understand it better. It's a magnetic field that draws to you success. So, opportunities come. You meet the right people. You make the right decisions. People think that all of a sudden that something is going to come to you directly. You want to be successful for money. So you expect your bank account to grow. Well, how is that going to happen? Almost nobody has ways of getting large amounts of new income just by wanting it. How is it going to happen? A bucket of money is going to be found. You're going to open your door in the morning. Yeah, there's that bucket of money I wished for. Well, this is what everybody cops out for, because they haven't learned the manifesting skills out there. So they want to have instant wins. That's why lotteries are so popular, because it's an idiot game. They either pick the numbers for you, or you get a card and it's supposed to be random luck will bring you a win. So that's why these things tend to grab the masses. Of course, these are very long shots. And of course, somebody has to win or there won't be any game to it. And I still think all this stuff is rigged, but that's another story. But the bottom line is that there's no work involved, because you can't figure out how to manifest more money in your life. What you don't have to figure it out. That's what the manifesting energies will do. And this is where people miss the point. Everybody wants to target something. So they want to say, I want to make this happen. I want this job. I want to make my stock go up. Well, that's all well and good, and that's very straightforward, in-your-face manifesting, and it's the most difficult way to manifest, and also the manifesting way that fails the most. It has a very, very high failure rate. I would say at least 98% when you try and make something happen, because that appears to you to be the best way things can happen. But of course, that's also a channel, and that's all part of manifesting. But I won't get into that right now. But the bottom line is that you have to take this energy, which you create with different products, particularly machines in this day and age. The scalarionic machines create these energies. You put your picture in it, and then that energy is around you 24/7. You then become the magnet for the best opportunity in your particular life, which is very different from something else. Now, everybody believes they have something that they would probably put their stake their life on, their family's life on, future generations, that they believe to be 100% true. And almost all of these things are contrived society lies. It's just not true. You believe that. You've been told that by authoritative figures, the people who are basically the people that hurt you in life. Your parents, your teachers, your ministers, whoever that you think has some sort of authority in your life knows absolutely nothing. So they've just figured out in society how to get that particular position, basically based on nothing more than their connections or their contrived realities or their manifesting abilities, to put them in a position that they may not be qualified for. Probably are not qualified for. They're just teaching dogma from somebody else, and that dogma never really works. If dogma really worked, nobody would have to preach it. Everybody would know it, and their lives would just be much better. So certainly religion is nothing new. Goes back 50,000 years for that matter, if not longer. But certainly modern religions go back at least 10,000 years, and they have done what? And if we go to modern religions that go back a few thousand years, they've achieved what? Society is so much better. We don't have problems. Everybody is happy, wealthy, and wise. Well, this is idiocy if you think that's what's going on. So what you're trying to do is to create this magnetic energy field around you. And as I said, there's many, many tools you can do out there. There's also tools that you do with basic meditations, words of power, lots of things that don't necessarily require direct tools. But we've went past that. Those are very limited. You need something that will send energy to you 24/7, and that means you need some sort of tool. And there are plenty of these that I have created, and these are all very valid and have worked for everybody, basically on some level. Some higher, some lower. But the bottom line is you need that constant flow because you can't be constantly generating your own personal energy. It's impossible. First of all, you sleep at least 6 to 8 hours a day. You then have to concentrate on other things. You're doing jobs. You're doing whatever it is you're happening. You can't do that. Well, machines can't do it. Machines do it all the time. That's their job. 24/7. So that's why it's very important. So this ball of energy goes around you and starts to draw into you and your particular person what can manifest for you. Now, this may be something you never ever considered. It could be things that you don't consider manifesting. And I've talked about this many times, but if you get a huge deal on something, let's say you buy an auto and you get $3,000 off, well, you just got $3,000 bonus in your pocket that you didn't have before. So that's a way of making money. You get something cheaper, whether it's rent, cars, food, whatever it is, you have just made money. That is part of manifesting when you're looking to achieve financial skills. So you have to look at things also from many points of view instead of just somebody sending you a check, you finding a bucket of money at your front door, and so forth. Because it's most likely that there's not too many jobs where you're going to get any significant money coming to you. You're not going to get huge raises or anything else at jobs. Maybe you get a cost of living, maybe you get this, maybe you get that. Well, those are all maybes, and generally, while it's nice, it's insignificant in the bigger picture. You're looking for major breakthroughs. And as I said, most people fall into just getting into the gambling area, thinking I'll buy this lottery ticket, I'll go to the local casino, and all those things will start helping my life. Well, I'm not against those things. I think that should be part of what you do because there is a possibility to manifest in those areas. And so it is something that you should be doing at a low level with small investments. You can't let that become your main way because basically the reason why there are big giant casinos, just like there are big giant insurance buildings in all your major cities, is because they win all the time. So insurance companies aren't rich because they're paying out premiums and filling out claims. They're doing it because they're not doing that and they are charging you high premiums. So you have to look at everything and you have to be open to everything. So, as this energy, and there's another important aspect of this, you are crossed in life, meaning you have all these blockages in life, and you're going to need to be able to draw out these, uncross yourself, as the old metaphysical terminology goes, so that you can then allow the positive energies to come in and manifest. So if you've got all these blockages, if you've created this positive energy around you, and you have all these blockages, well, nothing is ever going to manifest for you. Well, the positive energies that you are creating will slowly uncross you, get rid of the blockages. And of course, there are many uncrossing and unblockages tools as well that we offer on our website, etc. These are critical. You need things to work for you 24/7. You need to understand that you have to uncross yourself. You have to stimulate your bioenergies within your body. These are your third eye, your chakras. This is what helps manifest everything. And you have to keep negativity, either direct or indirect, out there away from you. Everybody is indirectly cursing you in life, and it affects you. Sometimes you may even be under direct attack. So we've made up a whole set of discs where you place your photograph on that will get this process going for you 24/7, and you leave your photographs in these tools all the time. So the whole idea is to build up stronger and stronger general manifesting, clearing, uncrossing, and protective energies around you. This will then open up the opportunity that you may have never, ever seen in your life. And this is the big problem. You have a concept of how you're going to make money. Maybe you are a trader in the stock market, but maybe that's never, ever going to happen for you. You think that because that's another way of opening up possibilities, a channel, which is important to have. But that may not be what your destiny is to get yourself out of the situation you're in or to generate whatever that may be. But you're centered on that. And certainly that's a good tool to start off with, but you have to be open to everything. What is happening around you? What are the possibilities? What are you seeing? If you're working 24/7 on the stock market and you're not getting any place, and your neighbor is a guy who's selling on eBay making $200,000 a year, that's a message to you. But you're not seeing that because you're so caught up in trading stocks, etc. So these are all the limitations you put on yourself thinking that this is the way out. And you have to be very open. Now, the energy fields that are around you should alert you to this. All of a sudden, you're going to see, to take that aspect of reselling stuff, which people are making a fortune at. Remember, nothing is easy, but certain people seem to be easy. And there certainly seems to be enough items out there to resell, but nothing is, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, it's done. But just to use that as a comparison here, and you're struggling away, losing money every month on the stock market, and this guy keeps making another 10, another 20. Pretty soon he's making several $100,000 a year. And you see this all the time. You see him unloading his car every day next to you. You start going by places and you start seeing garage sales everywhere. You start noting the thrift shops. Well, you may think that this is not a large way to make money, but it certainly is. And it's a way that almost anybody can do with a little bit of brains and a little bit of hard work. So these are the ways that your energy fields are trying to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. So that's the other aspect of perception. Now that the fields are working for you, are you perceiving the opportunities that are coming to you? This opens up, that opens up. You have to recognize this. I'm too busy to check out that success thing. I'm too busy to read that book. I'm too busy to go to that meeting over here. Now, I got to get back and do what I know that I'm failing at. So you have to be very, very open. And this is very hard for people because they've trained in a particular way. They have this in their life and they don't think that there's any other way out of it. They've figured out what's going to make them successful, yet it isn't. So these are the critical aspects. That's how it works. And people have to understand the science of manifesting, which is a science. And people that follow all these things consistently always are successful, plain and simple. Now, what level of success is a whole nother thing. So you also have to be understanding what that's all about. But the bottom line, follow the science of manifesting, and you will manifest and you will change your life. Follow stupidity that other people tell you, use bad tools, follow the people that claim to be experts when they're not. And these are all part of the quicksand that surrounds that golden spot of happiness that you need to stand on so that you are successful. Until next time.